Nelson's playing Fortnite. Greetings from La Hacienda here at Spanish Fork High School. The Spanish Fork Dons tonight taking on the Mountain View Bruins. I'm Alan Huff along with Chris Hurst. Glad to be with you as this Region 10 game getting set to get underway. The Bruins 0-4, the Dons 1-3. So two teams, especially Mountain View, really wanting a win tonight, Chris.
Absolutely. As you mentioned, they come in riding a large losing streak here into this game, and wow, they have not played UINA yet, and that's really the difference in the region play so far.
We're looking forward to this one. We're going to take a break. The national anthem will be coming up here, but we want to quickly thank our sponsors. We're going to throw them up there. Tony Basso Auto, well, actually, it's Blue Diamond Auto Group, along with Prime Mortgage Lending, State Farm, Lance Wilson, Mikkel Christiansen and Wise Attorneys at Law, Triple T Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, MVP Sports, and Two Jacks Pizza. We'll take a break for the anthem. Chris Hurst.
Alan Huff, how you doing tonight?
Good. Give us some keys to the game tonight.
So our first key is Spanish Fork has to protect the La Hacienda. This is a huge region game, as you mentioned earlier. So if they want to have a chance of getting into the playoff race, they need to win tonight. Second one's to hit their trays. Sometimes they get a little streaky from the outside. They're going to need to make those tonight, and then they got to slow the pace of play tonight because Mountain View is going to want to have a high pace. They don't have a lot of height on this Mountain View team, so they're going to want to go up and down the court. Spanish Fork needs to counter it by playing at a nice pace and getting a good shot every time down the floor.
Well, we're looking at this team being introduced on the floor, this Mountain View Bruin team. We're going to be wearing black, and a couple of the guys you got to watch. Ben Mella, the leading scorer for the Bruins. He's going to be a problem. And again, we want to thank, first of all, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing for presenting those keys of the game. As the Dons are introduced on the floor, they will feature Tanner Olson, Hunter Nielsen. I would suppose we're probably going to be seeing Brandon Condon in there. Hunter McGuire introduced. And Remington Newell also a starter for the Dons. So, Spanish Fork had a tough loss on the road against Payson earlier in the week. We got a hungry Mountain View team here. Spanish Fork hasn't shown that they're the toughest team in the region by any means. Mountain View's looking at this one as a shot to get one on the road.
It is, and both teams are looking to build some momentum. Mountain View has UINA next, who's really been struggling this season. They lost by 48 to this Dons team that hasn't won another region game. So Mountain View can get a win tonight. They know that they have a good shot when UINA goes to their place next week as well.
Spanish Fork, we talked about a little bit earlier. They do have the size advantage over this Mountain View team, but we'll have to see if size wins over athleticism. Ben Mella, again, the leading scorer for Mountain View. Who else they got that's a problem?
They've got Reginald Hayes, who's averaging 12.7, and then Ty White with 12.9 for this Bruins
so keep
squad.
an eye on 11 and 10, as well as number 21 on the floor for the Bruins. Although they make those jerseys where you can hardly see the numbers, it drives me nuts.
21 and 11 are about identical, it looks like.
Yeah, they really are. Ball moving around, three-wall up and in for Tanner Olson.
And what a great start for Spanish Fork, and that's one of the things. They've been inconsistent from outside, so what a great start by hitting that three.
Mella outside going right. Looking to Hayes underneath. Shot up no good. Rebound Dons. Here they come. Attempted assist was by Ty White. Oh, another look. He just wasn't quite prepared for that one. Brandon Congdon has it up top. McGuire back out to Tanner. Hunter Nielsen right side.
Spanish Fork's doing just a good job of making Mountain View play. A lot of seconds here on defense, and that gets tiring.
T.O. blocked away by Hayes. Here he comes. And a steal by Congdon. Underneath, Olsen, left hand layup goes. Tanner Olsen with all 5 of the Dons' points to start.
And Tanner Olsen's having himself a heck of a ball game. Gets the rebound there.
Hayes misses as Olsen brings it across. Nielsen, 3. Got it! Dons hot early. 8-0 to start.
Dons have got to do a better job of getting back on defense, though.
Foul on the Dons. That'll be, I believe, against Hunter McGuire. No. It's on Tanner Olsen. Or no, Hunter. I'll go through the whole roster. How does that sound before I get it right?
Well, looks like they'll call it on Hunter Nelson then.
Okay. I need glasses. Reginald Hayes all alone.
Hayes with the basket.
Hayes is taking a few shots. That one was wide open. Finally gets a bucket.
Left side, McGuire had a look, didn't take it. Newell to Olsen, 3. No rebound. Congdon shot up and in. Nearly over the back by Newell.
Mountain View, just every time Spanish Fork scores, they are just running down the court. Dons doing a pretty good job so far of getting back on defense, but that might wear him out.
Showing a little bit of energy here, the Dons. They're ready to go. 5:48 remaining in the first. McGuire.
And Mountain View switches it up, their defense to man-to-man here for a minute.
Olsen left side. Newell underneath. Nielsen fouled. That'll be against Ben Mello, his first.
Yeah, the leading scorer picks up his first foul fairly early.
Timeout on the floor taken by Mountain View, and it is a 30-second timeout. Give us an opportunity to talk about one of our great sponsors for tonight's game. MVP Sports is located at 72 North Main here in town. 798-3587 is the number you can reach him. Website, a newly designed website at MVPSportsUtah.com. You can design uniforms, t-shirts, all that stuff. You can build everything online. Pretty handy little tool when you can take care of a uniform or a t-shirt design right from your own computer. So head to MVPSportsUtah.com or even visit 72 North Main and your hometown sporting goods store since 1987 and take good care of you. As we come out of the timeout, Hunter Nielsen to the line for 2.
And Spanish Fork's done a great job of hitting some big shots early on in this ball game.
Shot up and in. Dons have been solid thus far. I don't know if there's been a trip down the floor yet, Chris, without points.
I think they missed one shot, but then Congdon stole it. And
Yeah.
Mountain View didn't cross half court.
That's right.
Spanish going to this full court press, just trying to mix things up a little bit.
Mella, there's a foul. They're going to get on.
McGuire?
It's like McGuire, yeah.
Spanish Fort foul, number 12.
Off the bench, Hunter Sorensen. Ball set to be inbound.
Oh,
Stopped
nice.
away by
Sorensen.
Swenson right off the bench.
Hunter Sorensen
Sorry.
jumps up there and swats that away. Great hops.
Hunter, a junior. Starting to see a few more minutes. Varsity level is a shot up and in by Ty White. Congdon right side, shot up. No good, rebound. Reginald Hayes
Wow.
goes along to Mella.
The unconventional pass, and he gets away with it.
Matt Hare going to the free throw line after a foul by the Dons.
And Brandon Congdon reaches that arm up, and you'll pick up the foul every time on that play.
Spanish Fort foul, number 22. And Congdon. At the line, shooting 2.
So Hare misses a first of 2. 12-4 the Dons lead. Not even to the halfway point of the first quarter yet. Second of 2 drops. So the Dons now the 7-point edge. Up the floor. Sorensen goes right side to Congdon. Newell to McGuire.
Don's doing a great job of setting screens and moving the ball so far against this defense.
McGuire open, takes it to the base, underneath. Olsen trying to play center. Tries to kick it back out. Hayes is there to steal it to Mella. Easy layup.
And Spanish Fort has to avoid those turnovers. That led to a huge Mountain View layup there. And Mountain View looks like they just want to run.
That was simple. Olsen fouled by Hayes. Is that going to be a 2-shotter? Yes. Oh, they called it on
Aaron
Hare.
Hare, huh?
Okay.
Aaron Harris first. He's the tallest Bruin at 6'4".
It's actually a Matt Hare, number 4.
Oh, Matt Hare.
Free throw drops. Now Olsen was 6 for the Dons. Hunter Nielsen right behind him with 5.
Olsen's looking very aggressive tonight so far.
Well, that's the spot weakness in a defense. You exploit it the most you can, and the Dons have kind of found that, I think, by utilizing Olsen the way they have at this point. I mean, he hasn't even really been running the point at all.
No, he's been playing center a lot of the time.
Oh, man.
Oh, that ball hung up there forever.
Congdon just let it trickle around the rim for a little while, and the ball turned right back over to Spanish Fort.
Well, that ball had some frequent flyer miles as long as it hung up on the rim.
Yeah, for sure. Thought it was going to finally fall through. It just didn't. Or get stuck on the back of the rim. Those are always entertaining. To go to the base. Back out to McGuire. And what do we have here?
Carried.
Carried.
Right call there. McGuire just kind of got stuck in between, am I dribbling or am I passing, and carries the ball.
Ryan Kunzler getting an explanation over there for Spanish Fort. So Bednella with the ball, bringing it up the floor. Leading scorer for the Bruins. Just 2 to this point. Out of bounds to Spanish Fort. Turnovers are killing Mountain View.
Yeah, Bryce Wilson just had his foot on the line there.
Hunter Nielsen into the game for McGuire. Hunter Sorensen bringing it across for Spanish Fort. Unable to handle it is Hunter Nielsen. The ball out to the Bruins.
And at that time, it looked like Nilsson tried to, catch it without looking at it. And
Yeah,
that doesn't end
play
well.
started before he
Yeah.
had it. Mella, right side. Shot on the way and good for Ty White. It's his second bucket, and Don's lead cut to 5.
An 8-point lead, and now that's got to be a
Foul
foul.
against Mountain View, and that's going to go against Ty White.
I believe that's his first of the
Foul, number 10, White.
game.
And he's got that.
Timeout, Spanish Fork.
I pull the rims up. I can't even see the scoreboard from here. You got the side baskets that are used for gym and practice and everything else. And
They're pulled at the right angle,
yeah,
so we can't see the scoreboard.
I can't see how many team fouls they have, any of that stuff. Right side, Olsen, Sorensen, Congdon on the floor. Mountain View has it. Looking to cut even further into the Dons' lead. Hayes to the rack and scores.
A great job by Hayes on both sides of the floor as he comes up with the steal and then gets the easy layup on the other side.
You mentioned this, Chris. This team likes to run. You can tell this Mountain View team likes a lot of quick action. If the Dons, they can't wear themselves out by getting involved in that kind of game with this group.
It falls into what Mountain View wants to do. If you're Spanish Fork, I like how they've been running long offensive sets. They just got to make sure they get a good shot.
Shot on the way for 3. The bucket goes, and it is tied. Mella. Timeout, Dons.
Was it 12-2 at one point?
Yeah. And it's clearly a 12-2 run.
The other
Right now,
way.
The other way around. We want to thank Blue Diamond Auto Group, formerly the Car Guys, 872 North Main in Spanish Fort. 801-794-0077. They're up there on that left-hand corner of your screen there. Their website is carguysut.net. They're offering the best price on vehicles in Spanish Fork. And Calvin Yout, Randy Brailsford, that crew, they're ready to make you a great deal on these nearly new autos. Most of them are still under factory warranty. And find a vehicle that fits and meets your needs and your individual budget. So stop by Blue Diamond Auto. The Dons looking right the ship here.
They were very hot to start this game, and they've really gone cold the last few possessions.
Icy. Congdon travels. No, they call a foul. And the foul luckily happened before the travel.
Looks like that's on Hayes.
For Hayes, that is his first, I guess, isn't it?
It is 4th Mountain View team foul.
They're spreading them around.
Yeah.
Nielsen right, Sorensen up top. Across the top, we got a foul against Congdon.
That's his second. That's a huge pickup.
Team foul 4 for the Dons there. Is that how many they have?
They've got 4.
Okay.
Congdon with 2, McGuire 1, and Nelson 1.
4-4 then as far as fouls are concerned. Ben Mella looking to spark this Mountain View Bruin team to the first lead of the game on this possession. Reggie Hayes loses it. The Dons have it. Up top. And into the game, Trey Lofton for the Dons. We got a whistle and a foul. Man,
That's going to be on Mella, his second.
that's 2 on him, and that's a big one.
Oh, they called that on there?
Well, that's 2 on him then. So that foul on Matt Hare will be his second 15 foul against Mountain View. Nielsen inbounds, ball up top, back to Hunter. 3 ball off the backboard, off the pole, supporting the backboard out of bounds.
Oh, the Dons cannot hit anything. Since that last time out, no points have been scored. Just a lot of fouls.
I was going to say, this is early on here, this is a lot of whistles. We're down near half minute. The Dons get a steal and see if they can turn this into something. Oh, man, Nielsen, long three, short, out of bounds to Mountain View off the hands of Colt McMillan.
That looked like that went off Deuce Anderson that time, and instead they call it off
If not, he sold it.
Yeah.
Threw his hands up like I didn't touch it. I think Mountain View wants a last shot here. Anderson to Hayes, baseline, shot up. Flips it up. No good. Rebound Dons. They got time. Olsen fouled. No whistle. Ball back to the Dons.
I think he just threw it out of bounds.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. He got hacked. They're good.
They should have called a foul, though, right? He just threw it out of bounds.
McMillan doesn't handle it. Hayes flips one in the air, and it might make it on the bounce. No. So, things hot for the Dons early. Now cold. 14-all will head to a break. Second coming up.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
All right, let's see if the Dons can get a start here. Chris, that first quarter looked like the Dons had this one in the bag.
Yeah.
But again, it's basketball, and there's a lot of runs. And Mountain View went on one, or you can look at it the other way. The Dons just got ice cold.
Yeah, a little bit of both. Spanish Fork went on a run, Mountain View went on a run, and then both teams took the last 2 minutes of the quarter off.
Yep. Offensively, that was the case. Mountain View with it early here in the second quarter. Hayes, no good, but a foul against Spanish Fork. It looks like that'll be against McMillan. All right.
I believe that will be the
Let me tell you
call.
something. I do not need to be a ref because I missed that call. Trey Lofton. He's just only about a foot shorter than Colt McMillan, but somehow I got it wrong. First of two drops for Hayes.
There's been a couple of calls where it looks like they might have called it on the weak side help, and we're just not seeing it.
Second of two missed. However, Mountain View with their first lead of the game. 15 Mountain View, 14 Spanish from La Hacienda here at Spanish Fork High School.
Spanish Fork's got to start setting more screens as the Bruins are just playing man-to-man defense here.
McMillan unable to convert. Hayes playing around with it a little bit there.
Wow.
He's having a hard time hanging on, and we have a jump ball possession to the Dons.
Should have let him go.
He would have walked all the way to Lake Shore, I think.
He was halfway there.
Spanish Fork with it. 7:08 remaining here in the half.
Both teams just do not look comfortable on the offensive side of the floor tonight.
Lots of room. Nielsen misses, and that'll be against McMillan over the back.
That'll be his first.
Team foul, 6, I think?
Yes.
So that means bonus 1-1 here on for Mountain View. That's a big deal. However, Mountain View's only one foul behind the Dons. Anderson right side. Working underneath, Hayes. Got McMillan all up in his face, can't do anything with it. Here come the Dons. Picked off by Miller.
And play has just been sloppy for the Dons when they run. But they just need to slow it down like they did the first game and look for that open shot.
Now, it's like we mentioned, Chris, you get involved in this up and down game that Mountain View wants you to get in, you're going to find yourself in a world of trouble. Now you're going to say that was before the shot, a pushing foul. Dons will take it on the side or underneath here. Or are they going to put him on the line? Oh,
no, it's down, and
they say it's a 1-and-1.
No, that's only the 16th foul. So
yeah,
the 1-and-1 starts on foul number 7.
Yeah, so the Dons will inbound. We're signaling 1-and-1 to work toward the score table, and I thought, what are you doing? Lofted. Olsen, no. Rebound, McGuire.
And Spanish Fork hit a couple of early threes. Now they've gone stone cold.
Nielsen for 3, no.
Nice save by McGuire.
Right to Mountain View, however. Mella to Hayes. Tempted oop, doesn't work. Here come the Dons. Nielsen, got it. Hunter Nielsen with 7 points.
And
so between Nielsen and Olsen, 7 points apiece. And now a foul against the Dons will result in, is it a 1-and-1 or a 2-shot foul?
That's a good question. Hayes looked like he was completely out of control, and they probably should have called some sort of player control foul on him, but instead they'll get some free throws, and unfortunately that's Nelson's second foul.
Yeah. So Hayes to the line for 2 shots. He's 1 for 2 at this point. As a team, 2 for 4. Are the Bruins? The Dons are 4 for 4. Dons with a 1-point lead. Hayes ties it up. Second. No, rebound Dons. So they're still at 50% from the charity stripe. We're tied at 16.
And wow, since last about 5-6 minutes of gameplay, we've had 4 points.
Yeah, it's been messy.
Should pick up now that both teams are in the bonus situation.
Yeah, you'd think so. Call a foul against Mountain View. That's on Bryce Wilson.
That's his second.
2 for him, huh? So 1-and-1 for Hunter McGuire. Got to hit these. Doesn't. Rebound Hayes. His front ends are big, but right back to McGuire. He can't convert.
Oh. McGuire had plenty of time. Seems like he saw Hayes coming the other way and just hurried it a little bit.
Left side 3 ball, no. Rebound Dons. Bella unable to convert.
Yeah, they could have called a foul on that 3-point shot.
Dwyer to Newell, who just checked in. Sorensen. Olsen back to Sorensen. Shot up good. Hunter Sorensen on the board. Dons take the lead by 2.
Yeah, great position by Sorensen, and Olsen finds him for the assist. Mountain View slowing it down. Spanish Fork has switched here to zone this quarter.
Yeah, down to his own defense. See if they can't slow things up against this Bruins offense. A foul committed by Newell. Man, I mean,
he was straight up and down.
Been a little quick with the whistles, I think.
Yeah,
too jumpy.
Yeah, give Hayes credit because he jumps into Newell, and Newell's big guy had pretty good position.
Team foul 8 for the Dons.
Yep. If I lean back far enough, I can see the 8.
Morley Bennett into the game for the first time for the Dons. He's coming in for McGuire. Hayes looking to knot the game at 18. Can't do it. Dons on the board. Hayes is always good for 1 of 2 here from the free throw line. No more, no less.
50% is not the ideal percentage, and the Dons turn it over again.
Spanish gives it up to Mountain View. Inbounding the ball for the Bruins, Drew Hansen. Gets it in, Ty White. White had 4 in that first quarter for Mountain View. Hayes to Mello right side.
Mello's been awfully quiet tonight.
Yeah, he had 5 that first quarter, and they were a quiet 5.
Yeah. The leading scorer, you'd think Hayes was, the way he's controlling the ball tonight.
Well, Hayes is at this point. He's got 7 now. Whistle and a foul. Free throws coming.
Spanish Fork foul number 20.
Ty White to the line.
Sorensen picks up his first, and Mountain View will be shooting 2 the rest of this half.
If you get guys like Ty White in the free throw line, he's got a pretty pure shot. He's going to be knocking down free throws. Second of 2. No. Newell on the board.
Mountain View could have a pretty decent lead if they would hit their free throws
Mountain
there.
View is exactly at 50%. Ball knocked her away. Here come the Bruins, and here comes Hayes. Foul, the bucket goes.
That'll be the second on Trey Lofton.
Hayes with the basket and 1. Foul on number 3, Trey Lofton.
So now the game tied up. Hayes looking to give the Bruins the edge here. Well, he already did give them the edge, I guess.
Yeah, looking to add to the lead.
Okay. Late on the board, and I'm sleeping. Right side. The Dons, Morley Bennett was in there. Shot up and good by Lofton. His first.
Wow.
And a
Great
foul.
hustle by Tanner Olson. Still in the inbound pass, and then getting Hayes to pick up his second.
There you go. That's how you do it. Keep the ball on this side of the floor. You don't have to worry about much.
That's right.
Olson to the line for 2 shots.
Olson started out, it's about as hot as anybody has for the Dons, ever.
Rattles it out. Don's leading scorer, Brandon Condon, so far 2 points. He's been in foul trouble. Loran Mims into the game for the Dons.
And I guess they're going to save Congdon for the second half.
Why not? 1 of 2 for Olson. He now has 8, and the Dons with a 1-point edge. 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Mountain View scattering around a little bit.
Number 5 checked in for Mountain View. I don't have a number for him, do you?
No, but hopefully I can get one here. Shot up, missed by Mountain View. The Dons have it. Left side, Mims, 3. Yes! Right off the bench, Loran Mims knocks down the tray, and the Dons getting a spark.
Yeah, nice corner 3 by Mims as he extends his Dons lead to 4.
Mystery player number 5 got it in. They kick it back out. Noah can't convert. The Dons have it. Mims across the midcourt line. Bennett
Oh, he gets
fouled. 2 shots coming for Morley Bennett.
is that one on Deuce Anderson?
Sure, let's see what they throw up there.
Deuce appropriately number 2.
About that. Shot missed by Bennett. Bryce Wilson, they're showing his number 5 on here. On the Deseret News.
Also show him as number 1.
And they're showing Anderson Alves as number 1 on, I don't know. Let's just call him Bryce Anderson. How about that? Let's see what happens. There he has it right side. He goes to Mella, and the ball stolen away by Spanish Fork. Layup, charge.
Oh, wow. Great position down low by, is that number 10, Ty White?
Calling the foul. Well, yeah, on Ty White. Newell picking up number 2. Here comes Colt McMillan.
Everybody's got 2 fouls, it feels like, for the Dons outside of Tanner Olson, who doesn't have any.
Yeah, he's up there clean. I don't know if he's even had a rest.
No. Well, he might have. It was brief.
Ball stripped away. Loran Mims with it. Leading the charge up the floor. Hesitation. Lay it up. Score. Mims with 5 off the bench for Spanish Fork. And quick 5.
Yeah, great spark here. Spanish Fork has struggled to get buckets here at times. 27-20. Ben Mella up top. Only 5 points for Mella to this point. He's averaging 14 a game. Ty White slowing it up for the Bruins. Get everybody positioned. Looking to take the last shot. Down 7.
Mella. Wilson. Ball knocked away. On the floor, the Dons have it. It's Mims again. He breaks across the midcourt line. He's fouled. He's going to get 2 shots, although he did make a layup. Let's see if he can convert them anyhow on the free throw.
Number 5, Anderson Alves.
Oh.
Anderson.
All right, we got Anderson Alves is number 5. Bryce Wilson is number 1.
Anderson Alves got hit in the face that time.
Yeah, he did. He shouldn't have been in the area to get hit in the face, Chris. Mims misses the first. He'll get one more. Got it.
Is he the leading scorer now?
Well, he's almost there. He's got 6. 8's the leading scorer.
Mountain View's really slowed it down, and last time they slowed it down maybe a little too much. Didn't even get a shot off as they turned the ball over.
Mella back to White. Alves to Mella. Or, excuse me, White. Man, I don't get why you're down 8. Why are you slowing it down? Why do you want the last shot down 8?
Especially as fast and fanatic as they usually play.
Ball stolen. The Dons are going to have the last chance. Olsen. Shot up and good by Swenson. Or, excuse me, Sorensen. Hunter Sorensen for 2. The Dons turn it into a 10-point lead as we head to half. 30-20. We'll take a break. I'll be right back here on Spanish Fork 17.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Greg Driggs. I'm the local manager for Prime Mortgage Lending, where our motto is find a path to yes. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
Give it up for the drill team.
Cloud stretched upon the eye, and the sun begins to fade. Still I'm trying to figure out how to trace my blues away. I've been worried up till now. It's the light of day that shows me how. And when the night falls, the loneliness falls.
Hi, welcome to Two Jacks Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste and our world-famous cheese sticks, come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
I definitely recommend the Driggs team. They're amazing.
Hi, my name is Greg Driggs. I'm the local manager for Prime Mortgage Lending, where our motto is find a path to yes. Stop by our office today on Main Street and let us help you get into your brand new home.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Wild Mustangs. They're supposed to be one of the most gentle creatures in nature.
State Farm knows that for every one of those moments, there's one of these. That's why more people save money by combining their home and auto with State Farm.
Call State Farm agent Lance Wilson today.
Nobody plans on getting in an accident, but if it does happen, you can rely on the expertise of Mike McKell to protect and fight for your rights. Specializing in personal injury law, Mike McKell is the attorney you need. Contact Mike at McKell, Christiansen, and Wise.
All right, we're getting set for half number 2. Let's throw up those keys to the game after we show you the score, of course, 30-20 Dons, but those keys to the game, the things the Dons need to do.
First one was to protect the Hacienda here. So far, so good. They've got a 10-point lead. It's been a couple of points where they've really struggled to score, but all in all, they've done a good job. The next one was to hit those trays. They did that early on in the ball game, and then Mims came in and hit another one. And then I think they've done a good job of playing the pace of ball that they wanted to, although Mountain View really slowed it down at the end of that second half. Pretty much prevented themselves from getting a shot in the last minute and 15 seconds of this game.
That's what I was going to bring up. They got the Dons to a point it seemed like they're tired defensively. Spanish Fork looked like they're kind of lagging, and then Mountain View slows the ball up. They might have been getting tired themselves.
Yeah.
So, you get into those circumstances during the game. You're going to come back out. There's going to be that energy again. We'll see who can last as this second half goes on. Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing are our sponsors to our keys of the game. They're located at 1550 North Main in Spanish. 798-7711. Number we can reach them for TripleTheating.com. Make sure you call them though, 798-7711. Experts in heating, AC, and plumbing. Get your stuff serviced. Next game here on Spanish Fork 17, a week from tonight, at those wonderful confines of Salem Hills High School. We'll be there for it. Dons and the Skyhawks a week from this evening. That meaning the 25th. Because this game will get played beyond this live broadcaster.
And Salem Hills has a 2-1 record so far.
Yeah, they've been tough. I thought that they would have been really in trouble after losing James Nelson and Jimmy DeGraff last year. Reginald Hayes right out of the gate scoring the bucket for the Bruins.
And Mountain View comes out and is a little more aggressive there. They weren't holding the ball.
Brandon Congdon, who got a nice long rest after picking up his second foul in that second quarter. Back into the game for the Dons. They're back out there with their starters.
He's got, I believe, 2, and he's well below his season average.
Be interesting to see if the Dons keep going to the bench as much. They need to, because I'll tell you what, Loran Mims came in, scored 6 quick points for the Dons that helped them propel them to that 10-point halftime lead. Foul against the Dons. McGuire with the charge.
And McGuire now has his second.
As you mentioned, about everybody on there has 2, except for Tanner Olson, who's been pretty clean.
Yeah, Hunter Swanson's got one, and McMillan's got one as well.
The rest of the roster has two.
Yeah, pretty much. That is played tonight.
No. See if they get Mella more involved here in the second half. He gets a lot of touches. He just hasn't found anything open. Hayes to the base and a foul against the Dons. Man, that one's going against Newell.
It'll be his third.
Wow.
Colt McMillan will check in.
Mountview will inbound underneath. Ty White in the honors finds it wide open to Matt Harry, unable to convert, and then he gets it back and is fouled by Brandon Congdon. That's 3 and bad news.
Let's see if they take Congdon out.
They got McMillan on.
They got
sorry.
McMillan. That's his second.
Man. The fouls that I'm seeing, I mean, I don't know.
I've gotten 75% of them wrong, and so have you tonight.
It's like, what are we even doing? Let's just wait for the official before we even open our mouths. Harry knocks down the first of 2.
I swear they're calling it on the weak side up on every foul.
Every time it looks like. Oh, nice bounce. He took a drop. 6-point Dons lead. Dons need to get her going offensively here.
Yeah, they've yet to score in this half.
Almost 2 minutes in. Congdon back out. Olsen 3-ball. No. Rebound. McMillan. Takes it in, lays it up and in. Colton McMillan. His first bucket.
And McMillan using that 6'9" body to get that rebound and then go back up and put it in.
Problem underneath, to say the least. Not the quickest guy out there, but if he's around, he's going to be a presence. Ball knocked away in the Dons at the turnover. They'll bring it across the midcourt line. McGuire, Olsen. Olsen back out. Hunter Nielsen wide open. 3, got it. Leading scorer for the Dons with 10, and the Dons up to an 11-point lead as we have a timeout, 30 seconds.
And Mountain View's lost 8 in a row, so I wonder if it's they're starting to feel that mentally a little bit. It looks like they might have given up.
Yeah, they can't have that, and that's why that timeout's crucial for the Bruins. Speaking of crucial, you better have the right insurance. Lance Wilson State Farm Insurance. There to help you out with that. 220 North Main in Spanish. 798-9288. LanceWilsonInsurance.com is where you can go on his website. He offers auto, home and property insurance, life insurance, health insurance, banking products, annuities, mutual funds. Took over Steve Wilson, his dad, took over his business there on Main, and that's a staple in the community. State Farm Insurance, Lance Wilson. Pay him a visit. Right, out you out of the timeout. The Dons coming out semi-cold a little bit early and getting a couple of good possessions there. 3 and a 2. Bring the Dons lead back up to 11. I think your biggest what, Chris? Been 12?
Yeah, that was early on.
Keep that momentum. Jump ball, possession arrow goes to...
I think it's the Dons ball.
Oh, they give it to Mountain View. They might have had... Okay. I think we had an extra one that we might have missed earlier in the first half. So the Bruins with it. Hare going right side to Mella. Works it back to Hare. Ty White left side. Matt Hare looking underneath to Hayes. Knocked away back to the Bruins.
Great defense by Spanish Fork. As Mountain View's just really, their offense has looked out of sync at times. Unless they're getting the ball in transition, they just don't seem to know what to do.
Foul committed by Hunter Nielsen.
That's his third.
Spanish Fork foul, number 5, Hunter Nielsen.
I didn't see it.
Second into the game, number 3, Trey Lofton.
Looked like he was just staying with his guy. That outside official said he gave him a bump. Trey Lofton in for him. Hare for 3, no rebound. Congdon, who's still in with 3. Up top.
Congdon's only got 2. They
Oh, yeah,
changed
that's
out of
right.
their foul
That's
to
right. They gave it
Newell.
to is it Newell? Yeah, it was Newell. Okay, so Tanner Olson up top. Congdon angle right. Lofton.
Congdon got caught there.
Caught in the air. Able to get rid of it. Olson. Few too many dribbles. Hayes picks it off. Here come the Bruins. He stepped on the line out of bounds. As Mella and the Dons will get it. And they're going to give Hayes an opportunity to tie that shoe. Double tie that thing. Double knot, right?
That's right. That's critical. It's 2019. You think we wouldn't need to tie our shoes anymore. We've accomplished so much in my lifetime with that.
At what point do they perfect Velcro?
Exactly.
Isn't that like the greatest thing, one of the greatest inventions of all time? And we're still tying our shoes.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't want to be the one not doing it well. 3 ball by Congdon.
Congdon finally rises up and hits a shot. Oh, my goodness.
Mella drops the bucket but goes down hard, and he's in pain.
He hit his head, he hit his shoulder. I don't know what hurts worse.
Basket is good. That's for foul number 32.
Yeah. We got a timeout on the floor, and it's looked like he's grabbing that left knee that he's got taped. That's not good.
That's not good either, but man, his head hit so hard I can hear it from up here.
Okay, we're just under 30 seconds so far. We'll see how long this takes. But Two Jacks Pizza is one of our great sponsors. Located at 30 North Main in Spanish Fork. 798-8601. I used that number yesterday. Go to twojackpizza.com for their menu, but make sure you call them up. Takeout, delivery, or dine in. Take your pick. Best pizza you're going to have. They offer pizza, pasta, bread, salads, wings, drinks, cold drinks. I'll tell you what, I love it. And they're gonna give someone else the free throws here, or the extra free throw, and they're going to, and that's going to be Bryce Wilson.
Hopefully Mel is able to get back in this ball game here.
He's limping it off a little bit. I think he's going to be all right. Head to that tunnel and do some jogs.
Oh. He hit pretty hard.
So Mello with the bucket. Wilson might get the credit for the free throw, and he does. And the Dons lead is down to 8 as the Dons will make a substitution. Hunter Swenson in, or Sorensen. I keep saying, is Parker Swenson even dressed tonight? Haven't seen him.
I don't see him on the bench either. Still by Mountain View.
Hayes on the base. Up top. Look underneath, and there he is again, and another hard foul, and the Dons are picking up fouls like it's insane.
Yeah.
And that foul committed against Loran Nims.
His first. He's hasn't played limited minutes, but it's been very effective so far.
All right, so 2 shots here, and is that 16 fouls?
It is 16 fouls.
Gosh.
Mountain View has committed 0, and usually I'd say, whoa, call it both ways, officials, but Spanish Fork is just punking these Bruins on the ground.
They really are, and you know what? You don't want these guys getting freebies halfway through this third quarter.
Doesn't matter. Mountain View struggled to hit their free throws tonight.
That's true. It's a 10-point Dons lead, and we got the first foul of the half for Mountain View. But we look at it, I mean, the scariest part about this, Chris, is how many fouls the Dons players are picking up when you're going through all this. That's a worrisome part.
Right. Hunter Nelson, McMillan, Newell, all with 3, and then a handful of guys with 2.
Two big guys at 3. Moran Mims back to Condon. The Dons working that outside. Olsen to the paint, back out. Mims 3. Yes, sir! Why is he on the bench at any point? 9 for Mims.
And Mims is filling it tonight, as you mentioned, Alan. Another Dons foul.
He's probably averaging about 3 points per minute. And then 1-1 now. As Hunter Sorensen picks up that foul, it's a 1-1 already for Mountain View. And to the free throw line will be Matt Hare.
If Mountain View starts missing these 1-1s, maybe they could hack a Bruin.
Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe that's an option. But nevertheless, the clock stopped for 1. And you're right. We'll play hack a Bruin. Hare misses. 3 ball, no good by Congdon. Rebound by Hayes. Congdon now with 5 for the Dons. He's a leading scorer for Spanish Fork.
I believe this is the largest lead the Dons have had tonight at 13. Called a couple of fouls there. The refs choose not to.
Olsen has to field that one right side. Able to pick it up, find Congdon underneath, and you got to whistle it.
And that ref showed great agility to get out of the way of that ball.
These guys are not the youngest guys out there, but man, they do their calisthenics. Guess they might have little exercises they do downstairs before the game.
And Hayes picks up his 3rd foul.
Wow, that's a big one.
He stays in the ball game.
Mims blocked by Hayes. Hayes puts it up, misses, but he's outman who misses a lot of shots, but he creates contact like you wouldn't believe. And he's still, he's now 4 of 9 from the free throw line, because he's going to get 2 this time.
And Trey Lofton picks up his 3rd foul.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, wow.
That ball hung up on the far side of the rim there for a second.
There's a lid. You want to know why Mountain View hasn't been winning many games?
Free throws?
I can only imagine. They were in it. Look at that Lehigh score. Tell us that one again.
That was 105-101 for Lehigh.
Okay.
It was the last Friday.
I want to see the free throw stats from that game. I'm going to look them up, actually.
Mountain View picks up their 4th team foul, and Bryce Wilson picks up his 3rd.
Mountain View's trying their best to get involved in this foul battle. Dons are in trouble. They got to get it out.
They got
bumping a foul. Ty White jawing the official a little bit there.
It's his 2nd, 5th team foul for the Bruins.
For as many free throws as Mountain View has missed tonight, I mean, they would definitely have the lead in this one, Chris. Whistle again. Man. We're going to be here till midnight.
Going to run out of ink. I'm just keeping track of fouls.
Can't have that.
Deuce Anderson picks up his 2nd.
Mountain View only missed 8 free throws there. 21 of 29 in that 101-105 game.
They only
against
missed how
Lehigh.
many?
They only missed 8 free throws.
21 of 29. Lehigh went 28 of 32.
But that's the difference. But then you take a look at it. That was a double OT game.
We got a timeout on the floor. Timeout.
Deuce Anderson then picks up his 3rd. We'll be shooting free throws the rest of this game.
Whew. Well, the Dons worked their way back into the foul category of being benefactors of it. Next game, Friday, January 25th, 7 o'clock, the Dons at Salem Hills. That'll be one to check out. If you can't be there, Spanish Fork 17 is the place to find it, or go to youtube.com/Spanish Fork 17. The new sponsor, Prime Mortgage Lending, is located at 92 North Main in Spanish. Phone number is 385-434-1598. Greg Griggs, your guy to talk to. Go to the website, loansbygreg.com. That is GREGG.com. Find the path to yes. Full service mortgages there.
What's crazy is Mountain View, some games score 77, 101. They've had a couple of games against Silverado, Nevada, where they only scored 35. They played basic Nevada, scored 45. So they've had games where they score a lot. Wow.
Two-hand flush for Congdon. Sorry to interrupt you there, but that blame Congdon, not me. You're right. I mean, this has been a team that's up and down and all over the place with their scoring, and just can't seem to put it all together, especially lately. Dons now their biggest lead at 14. 3 ball. Mella. No! And a push in the back without a call. And now they're going to hack the Dons with one here, and that will be against that Mims, I think. Yeah. 2 on him.
2 on him now.
So 2 shots all the way for Mountain View now.
Just wondering if that one might go on Congdon. He was in the area.
That here misses.
And Mountain View's just unable to connect from the free throw line. And the other thing is they've just had shots that just hang on the rim and then just fall on their own side.
And the second drops for Hare. For the game, he's 50%. He's got 4 points, and he's 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. McGuire almost got himself in a mess. Congdon. Congdon now with 9.
Great fake by Congdon as it's somebody on the baseline 3-point line, and he just takes it himself.
Left side, White, 3 ball. No, rebound, McGuire. But no, the rebound was by Hunter Sorensen, and he's hacked and fouled and will go to the line for 1-1.
That's Wilson's 4th. Yep.
Wow. Well, he hasn't been a huge factor in this game. He's got 1 free throw, and that was courtesy of Ben Mella. Not able to hit the charity stripe. He's still out there with 4 fouls.
And nobody looks like they're running in to check in.
First of 2. Now will be 2. Front end drops for Hunter Sorensen. He now has 5. Don's putting a solid 16-point quarter together here as he knocks down the second.
Extending that 10-point lead here to 17.
Ty White left side, back out to Mella. Mountain View trying to get anything going. 10 points here in the 3rd quarter to the Dons 17, and Mims picks it. He looks forward. McGuire double dribbles.
Yeah.
42 seconds on the clock, and the Dons starting to run away with this at 17, Chris. And something would have been converted that time down the floor. Man, that's a tough one to overcome.
Well, every time the Dons look like they might run away with it, Mountain View's fought back. I just don't know if they have it in them tonight.
Just don't seem like they've got the spark.
They're holding the ball with a 17-point lead.
I mean, yeah. Ty White for 3, no, and the lid's on. Looking underneath, Hare, bucket goes. At Hare's first field goal. Now a 6. Ball out of bounds, and they're giving it to the Bruins, and Congdon knew it.
That was they would have called that foul on Wilson. There was contact. He'd have been out of the game.
Sometimes you wonder if the officials at times give some of these kids, that are in foul trouble, a little bit of leeway as compared to others. Mims watches as Deuce Anderson drops and no foul called, and we are through the 3rd. 47-32 Dons. We'll be back.
Hi, welcome to Two Jack's Pizza.
For the best pizza you'll ever taste. and our world-famous cheese sticks. Come to Two Jacks Pizza on Main Street in Spanish Fork, or call us for a quick delivery. Are you hungry yet? MVP Sports is the #1 source for sporting goods in Spanish Fork. Football, soccer, all the fall sports, we've got you covered. Check out our new custom t-shirt builder. Design at home and we'll build it for you. MVP Sports, 72 North Main in Spanish Fork.
The best time to check your furnace is before it fails, and you can rely on Triple T to do the job right. Our technicians are trained every year so you can sleep better at night, knowing your furnace is safe to operate. Call Triple T at 798-7711 to schedule your tune-up today.
Need a new car or truck? The Car Guys has the best selection of used vehicles at the best prices in Spanish Fork. The Car Guys know their automobiles to get you the best car for your needs and your budget. The Car Guys at 872 North Main in Spanish Fork.
Welcome back as we get set for the fourth quarter. Mikkel Christiansen and Wise, attorneys at law, located at 642 Kirby Lane, number 105 here in Spanish. 798-9000 is the number you can reach those guys. They go to UtahLegalTeam.com. They cover personal injury, accidents, low-cost bankruptcy, family, and criminal law. Mikkel Christiansen and Wise, well, thank them. Bucket for McGuire.
Extends that lead to 17.
On the other end, Hare with the bucket.
And both teams just going at a fast pace to start this quarter.
Congdon unable to convert, gets it back and scores. He has 11.
These guys are, the scoreboard doesn't show. Oh, that's
had to be something.
He traveled.
Harry gets away with something. Now he has 10.
The old up and down travel. I'm not sure.
Bump. Foul.
That's on Matthew Hare.
Yeah.
If it is, it's his fourth.
Wow. Wow. So Olsen to the line.
Somebody's fouling out tonight.
I think so. That's a pretty safe guess at this point. The officials have yet to swallow a whistle as Olsen knocks down the first, well, front end of a 1-and-1 there. Get one more.
They take out Hare and bring in Wilson.
4 for 4.
Fouls.
Yeah. Knocks it in. 10 points for Olsen. Oh! I can't believe that Deuce Anderson was able to wake up quick enough to get that pass. Shot up and in by Ty White.
Both teams are very hot this quarter. Not a whole lot of defense,
No.
though. Either I foul you or I let you go by like a matador.
Oh, they're slowing it down. Tanner Olsen angle right. Olsen up, fouled. He's getting 2.
That'll be 4 on Hayes.
Wow. I mean, these guys, they're not going to have anybody left. If you look at their roster.
They don't have very many people on the roster.
No, they don't even have very many players.
Looking down at their bench, and that looks right.
Yeah, it looks about correct. T.O. knocks down the first. He'll get one more. Tanner Olsen now with 11. He and Brandon Congdon each with 11 to lead the Dons. And now T.O. takes honors on his own. 5 of 6 is Tanner from the charity stripe. Hayes to the base. Back out to Mella, who has just been dead silent. White fouled, 2 shots coming, and who's it going to be?
I think on Nelson.
It's actually, I don't think it's on Congdon.
Okay.
That's
I'm
3
wrong.
for him. Yeah, and it was going to be wrong anyways. You said Nelson, and hate to tell you, Trey Lofton is the guy.
What's that?
Trey Lofton was it, or is that? No, you're right. I'm a liar. Double jinx on me. Ty White knocks down the first.
Well, either way, we're going to be shooting 2 free throws anytime somebody gets fouled for the rest of this game.
Get cozy, because if this thing continues in physicality, we're going to see a lot. Hayes on the steal, fouled, and can't convert.
Well, this one's not on Nelson. I'll be shocked again.
It's on him. And that is number 4.
Number 4.
Timeout Dons. 15-point lead for Spanish Fork. Let's give everyone a mention. How about it? All of our sponsors, Blue Diamond Auto, formerly the Car Guys at 872 North Main. Prime Mortgage Lending at 92 North Main. Lance Wilson State Farm at 220 North Main. Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, where are they?
Clear north on Main. 1550
North Main. MVP Sports. 72 North Main. Two Jacks Pizza.
Something North Main.
Yeah, they're just down there by MVP. Center Main, if you don't know where it's at, move back to Canada. No, it's 30 North Main.
30 North Main.
And then the Black Sheep, Mikkel Christiansen Wise, attorneys at law. They're located up there on Kirby Lane. 642 exactly, Suite 105. Good to see a lot of Main Street sponsors, though.
Absolutely, and then Kirby Lane is well represented.
Yeah, can't forget that.
It's an old school street.
It's all pumping into our city's economy, so, we just can't understand why we can't get any of those 1,000 North people to show up. Where's Walmart? First one good for Hayes.
Which one?
Wow. Be sitting here for days. Second, he still cannot knock down 2 free throws. He gets 1 every time. Shot up this time good. Hayes now with 16 to lead all scorers. Foul.
That better be on the Bruins.
That's going to be on Ty White.
That's his third. Congdon will shoot 2.
Wow. Two shots for Brandon Congdon, now with 11. And these are critical. Locks down the first. At this point, any trip with the free throw lane, you need to at least be getting 1, because Hayes is going to, on the other end, get 1. Got them both there.
If you can get a 2 for 1, they should really be able to extend this
right.
lead. Hack a Bruin.
That's right, especially if it's Hayes. No, I can't beef on that much. I mean, the sad part about it is his misses have been chippy little roll off the front end. Oh, and he knocks down a 3. Fouling.
And Hayes brought that ball from way down to shoot that free throw, and he didn't even extend that high. It looked awkward, but goes in.
11-point lead for the Dons. No need to get crazy here. You got 11-point lead, 5:40 remaining.
That 17-point lead not too long ago, and that's
4 on Ty White.
Number 10, Ty White.
So for Mountain View, Bryce Wilson has 4, Matthew Hare 4, Ty White 4, and Reggie Hayes has 4 as well.
Wow. I mean, that's the one thing that really benefits Spanish Fork, because you got all those guys playing 4 fouls, and they're all starters.
I believe only Matthew Hare is on the bench at this point. 3 out of the 4 are still on the floor.
Wow. Congdon knocks down number 1, number 2. Here it comes, and he got it. 15 now for Brandon. Had a really quiet first half. 2 points. He got 13 here in the second half.
Yeah, he hardly played at all due to the 2 fouls, and he's only picked up 1 here in the second half.
Floater by Mella, no good. We got a whistle and a foul. Who we got? I think whoever's going to get it's going to be surprised. Oh, got Mims. I didn't even know he was anywhere near it.
Mims is on the floor and picks up his 3rd foul. I mean, I think the official was too confident on who to call that. He knew he had to call something.
Deuce Anderson, clank.
We've seen a lot of games this season, Alan, where it's come down to one team just having a dumpster fire of a night from behind the free throw stripe, and it's cost them the game.
And I'll tell you what, this one is painful to watch if you're a Bruin fan, because you are leaving so many points at that charity stripe. Definitely would have been in this one.
They've also built a brick house tonight as well.
Oh, Hayes flies in for the steal. White underneath. No good by Anderson. And that's over the back, and they don't call it. Out of bounds to the Bruins.
Yeah, that looked like that was a foul there on Hayes, and that would have been disqualification time.
That would have been time to go home. We got a foul. And they're going to give it to the Dons.
Looks like Newell underneath.
Ben Mella will go to the line for this.
Congdon.
What?
He wasn't. Well, okay. His fourth foul.
He wasn't nowhere near Mella. Was he?
Didn't think so. I thought Newell was.
Yeah.
That's happened multiple times.
And Ryan Kunzler is jawing the official like, what are you talking about? Because if he committed that foul, the wrong guy's at the line.
And he committed it 10 seconds before it was called.
Yeah. So Mella misses the first. There's that consolation. He'll get the second here. I had missed them both. Hayes and a foul, of course.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not going to keep doing this, but I'm going to say it once. These officials need to let this game play out a little bit. They don't need to be the headliners of this contest, and it's getting to that. Somebody gets a rebound, and they're quick to just blow a whistle for no reason.
Oh, my goodness, and you got to feel bad for Hayes tonight as he misses another free throw, and he just needs to calm down and take maybe an extra dribble.
Full timeout. Let's take a break so I can at least calm down a little bit here. Are we taking one, or are we going to stick around?
Go ahead and you take a break. I'll mention our sponsors.
I'll take the break. I got to go pound the wall for a minute.
Blue Diamond Auto Group, Prime Mortgage Lending, Lance Wilson State Farm Insurance, Triple T Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Mikkel Schmitz and Wise, Attorneys at Law, MVP Sports, and of course, Two Jacks Pizza. I'd like to thank those sponsors for making this game possible. And also, check us out on YouTube on our Spanish Fork 17 channel, where you can watch high school basketball, city events, maybe a demolition derby, whatever suits your needs from this awesome SF-17.
I find myself watching Goose in the Wild a little bit on there. I love that show.
Can't go wrong with it.
Hop on YouTube and watch the Goose in the Wild episode. Get a kick out of it. So anyhow, it's a good show. It's the longest running show on Spanish Fork 17, actually. I think it was one of the first shows that Spanish Fork 17 ever did was Goose in the Wild. It's still around.
I lasted a Macy's cooking show and painting with Russ Ricks, I believe.
Yep.
I worked with him in that painting show.
Free throw good by Hayes, so as planned, he gets one of two. Not as planned, as promised at this point. I mean, it's remarkable to me that he just can't get 2 or 0 for 0. He always gets 1 of 2.
He went 0 for 2 one of the trips.
Yeah, I saw that. I remember that. But I think that happened once, and he's only been to the free throw line 400 times tonight.
Don's just trying to hold the ball there, and sometimes when you do that, you have an unforced error.
But it also frustrates the defense who's trying to get back into the game, and there goes Hayes. That's it. Bucket drops for Trey Lofton.
He's the first casualty tonight due to fouls.
That's a big one.
Might have a few more before this scene's all said and done.
Leads the game with 20.
Another timeout.
Give ourselves another full timeout, Chris. And coming up will be Friday, a week from tonight, the 25th. The Spanish Fort Dons taking on the Salem Hills Skyhawks.
Salem Hills defending that state title from last year. They're 2-1 in region. Are they overall here? They're 6-8, so they've been struggling too this season. Lost a lot of talent.
Oh, I'll say. I mean, you lose a guy like James Nelson, the head coach, Jimmy DeGraffrey. He hung it up after last year, said, I got my championship, it's over with. So off he went, and that's kind of been the answer for Salem Hills this year. However, they are 2-1 in region play. Now the Dons are going to probably hit 2 wins here in region play to go take on that Skyhawks team. But the Dons have a tough one in between, because on Tuesday they head to Orem on Tuesday night to play the Tigers, who are a major problem.
Yeah, both Payson and Orem are 3-0.
Yeah.
This and so far in Region 10, and that would be my guess on who wins the region this year.
I've been noticing Puka Nakua not playing a whole lot for Orem, and I'm assuming it's because of combines, clinics, all that kind of stuff for football, because he is going to USC, and I don't know if they've got him busy doing stuff as Lofton hits the end one.
I can't blame him, but I imagine if he wants, he'll be back for the state tournament run.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll be around to play some region games. Well, you can't take your best athlete and shelve him. Ooh, 3-ball White. Stolen away by Mountain View. Mella, right-hander, short, rebound Dons.
Mella looked like he took an extra step that time.
Newell. Good, and the bucket. And the foul, I should say.
And that's 4 on Deuce Anderson.
It's Remington Newell's first bucket of the game. Are they getting Anderson the foul? Yep.
All right, so
4 out there, 4 players for the Bruins with 4 fouls, and I think at least 3 of them are out there.
They are all out there.
And so
Wilson 1, number 2 Anderson, Hare has 4 as well, and Ty White, number 10, has 4. The odd man out's Mella, who only has 1.
Yep.
Guess we know who they'll have foul down the stretch
right.
if needed. Doesn't look like it will be needed, as the Dons have this 15-point lead.
Yeah, so far the Dons are weathering the storm. Mella misses, rebound. Let's let him have it. Don't commit a foul. You don't want the clock stopped, so just, even if you're put in an awkward position, back off. 3-ball good, though, by White.
Mountain View's starting to hit some big shots.
Yeah, White all of a sudden with 15 points. Don's getting it back, and what do we have here? Timeout. That's just a 30-seconder. But as we mentioned, I mean, the Dons are going to have 3 road games coming up in a row. You got Orem, Salem Hills, and Lehigh for the next 3 games. Of course, the Salem Hills game will be seen here on Spanish Fork 17 live on the 25th. 7 o'clock tip. Be there for it. But then the second half of the season starts, and if you're the Dons and you can, pull off a win at either Orem or Salem Hills and have 3 wins going into the second half, your home schedule will benefit you a little bit better that second half, and you'll feel, hopefully feel much better going in.
Well, they're 1-2. They win tonight, they'll be 2-2. You got to pretty much have a 500 record or better to make the playoffs with 7 teams in this region. So definitely need to continue to win some ball games. And tonight will be a huge win if they can hang on.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like you said, Mountain View has not been getting blown out by anybody. And this might actually end up being their largest region game deficit that they have at the final if the Dons can maintain.
And for Spanish Fork, I wonder if you kind of press the issue and try and get somebody to foul out.
Shot up and in. Nielsen. 12 for him. Be tough figuring out tonight's MVP Sports MVP of the game, Chris. You hope we're thinking. Hope you got a guy you're thinking about or 2.
So far, it's the guys in the stripes. They they've been all over with their whistles.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it has been a physical game, no question, but I think what it's done is it's kind of put the officials on edge a little bit. They don't want anything getting crazy. Tanner Olson, easy lane. Easy lane. He's got 14, and the Dons now the 16-point lead. Mella off. Rebound Harrer has to save his own mishap. Does.
And those Mountain View cheerleaders are about to die every time.
Really, I don't know why the Dons aren't just attacking,
right.
because they don't want to commit another foul. I mean, Newell knocks that one down. He's got 5.
Yeah, 18-point lead here for the Dons.
Most of the guys on the floor are not going to be aggressive in committing a foul to get disqualified, so attack. Why not?
Run up the score a little bit.
Well, I mean, yeah, put the game out. It's basically out. We got a minute and 25 left. I guess.
Who are they calling that on? That is on.
Yeah, that's Wilson's final.
I think Wilson decided that he was done for.
Yeah. And done for and done
so's everybody else.
So's everybody else with 4 fouls. They're going to hit the bench, and that's going to clear it for Mountain View as the white flag raised, and the Dons are going to move on with their second region win and move to 2-4.
And Mountain View has 2 guys foul out tonight as Wilson fouls out along with Hayes, and then 3 guys that had 4 fouls.
Actually 2-2, I should say, in region play for the Dons, right?
Yeah, 2-2.
Okay.
Mountain View will drop to 0-4.
Ouch.
Excuse me, 0-5.
Yeah, they haven't had that bye yet.
And they've lost by 4, 6, 8, 13. So they haven't been really getting blown out other than that Payson game.
I'll tell you something, Chris. This Dons team, they've been solid as a rock from that free throw line. They are not missing. That's going to be the big player in this one. Is Alves outside, shot up, no rebound. After pushing the back, they got him, and Congdon will go to the line for 2.
Congdon will go for 2, and Spanish Fork will enter the bench.
Yep, why not? Jacob Moore coming in. Who else we got in there? Bunch of names I don't know. We're probably going to have to go to the JV roster for some of these. Get them ready. Congdon's first, dumped it. It's a big one for the Dons. You know, you get into these ruts of the season where you kind of get, you take on a Lehigh team that's pretty tough. They come in and make things difficult for Spanish Fork a couple weeks ago, and you find yourself losing to Payson. You don't never want to lose that one, and that one's always a question mark.
I remember we did a game, it was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and I believe Payson had a 25-1 lead at the end of the first quarter here.
I think that was Pete Hansen's first game. And he got an impression that we were the most negative people on planet Earth, I think. He might be right about that. But that game, man, was that the most painful half of basketball you've ever seen.
Painful quarter, painful half.
I mean, they kind of, threw together something for the second half, but man, that was rough.
And for Spanish Fork tonight, though, they played very well, and I think they've done a great job of going hard when they needed to with the momentum and then getting into their offense at other times.
Yeah, wear it out. Wear this clock out.
5-second call there. Pretty soon.
I think the officials have given up, too. There's Newell.
They're worn out.
Pop a 3. Give it to Newell. Let him shoot a 3. Or not Newell, but McMillan. Let him fire off a 3 ball.
He's wide open for a reason.
And the Dons turn it over.
Well, with a 22-point lead, I believe that is the largest lead. We'll see if Mountain View can cut it down a little bit.
Yep. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're glad you have joined us for this one. The Dons are going to pick up win number 2 in region play and even it out. 2-2. MVP Sports sponsors tonight's MVP of the game. Chris Hurst, this is your problem and your issue to figure out. Who's it going to be?
I think we're going to go with, it's a tough one. Brandon Congdon didn't do much in the first half, only had 2 points, and then really led this team in the second half with 17 and stayed out of foul trouble, which was huge because Mountain View did not stay out of foul trouble.
75-53 is the final of the Dons, posting 28 points in quarter number 4 to just run away with this one, Chris, and to give Brandon Congdon MVP Sports MVP of the game. Let's think then. 72 North Main in Spanish. Is that who you called it for? Was Congdon?
Yes.
Sorry, I was focused on something for a minute. MVP Sports. Phone number 798-3587. You go to MVPSportsUtah.com. You can design your own shirts, uniforms, you name it. And take care of it there as far as apparel is concerned. If you need bats or a glove, you better get on in. Baseball season is coming up, even though we were reminded yesterday that it's still winter.
It's supposed to snow on MLK Day.
Yeah, no, it's not.
No, it's not?
No. I refuse to believe it.
All right. Weather with Alan Huff.
That's right. It would be absolutely false, but I would give you my hopes and intents nonetheless. Let's throw all our sponsors up there one more time if we could to give them thanks. Here on the screen there, Blue Diamond Auto Group, along with Prime Mortgage Lending, Lance Wilson, State Farm Insurance, Mikkel Christiansen Wise, Triple T Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, MVP Sports, and 2 Jacks Pizza. So, Chris, big deal is the Dons have evened the record out in region play at 2-2. So much better than 1-3. What we were worried about, because this Mountain View team has not been horrible against some of the top 2 teams in the region. They lost to Orem by 6.
Right.
They lost to Lehigh by 4. But the Dons, they let them have it tonight, getting a big 22-point win.
Yeah, this was probably the best win for the Dons this season, and then for Mountain View, their largest defeat in region play. And they've, it's got to be wearing. They've lost 9 in a row for Mountain View, and so sometimes when you lose a lot, you kind of lose confidence, but they can get that back because they have Uinta coming to their place, and Uinta has struggled mightily this season.
Yeah, Uinta's a guaranteed victory. I'll go ahead and throw that out there. But, in fact, what is Uinta's overall record?
They're at 3-11.
Yeah, so I'll just go ahead and say Mountain View had better win that game, or they might be a very upset group. And Uinta will not be in the region next year because of the new alignments.
Everybody's going 5A.
Yeah, so...
except for maybe Mountain View, are they? I'll have to look.
I don't know what's going on with them, but I know the majority of the teams, other than Wasatch, I believe, is Provo South.
Yeah.
Right? So Mountain View would be out of the Spanish Forks region. Nevertheless, 75-53, your final. We're glad to bring this to you here on Spanish Forks 17. We encourage you to stay on Spanish Forks 17 for local programming involving our community. And I woke up the other night and the Andy Griffith show was on.
Doesn't get any better than that.
I'll tell you what. So anyway, we invite you to continue watching here on Spanish Forks 17. Again, your final score from La Hacienda. The Dons 53. The Bruins, or the Dons 75, the Bruins 53. Chris, why do you have to come in and say that?
No worries.
Okay. Nevertheless, I'm Alan Huff along with Chris Hurst. We thank you for joining us. Until next time, so long.